Welcome to another episode of Unspoken Truths with Jave. I'm happy to see you. I hope you're happy to see me. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, we have a beautiful guest with us tonight, Miss Markeisha Danielle Jackson. Yeah, show us some love. Listen, we have a beautiful guest, and this title is Strength of a Survivor. And we all know, in order to survive in this world, you have to have some kind of strength. So we're going to get into it. I'm not going to even prolong it because I know you have a story, and I know these nosy people want to know it. So this is what I want you to do. Just tell me a little bit about yourself. You know where you live. You know where Just tell me a few things about you. I'll let you go ahead.
Well, I'm Markeisha Danielle Jackson. I am married to Juwan Stevens.
Okay.
I have four beautiful kids. I grew up in Marlboro, but I currently live in Washington right now. Oh yeah, and I also have a bonus baby. Juwan has a daughter before me, so that's my bonus. Love her like my own. I am indeed a survivor, domestic violence survivor. I like to say I'm a conqueror.
You're a conqueror. Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. So you are a preacher's kid, correct?
I
So I want to ask you how was that growing up?
am. Bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. I say bittersweet. I say sweet because I was introduced to God at an early age. I was. But it's like if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have been further into ministry and relationship and stuff like that. Bitter because it was
Church.
And I mean, granted, my daddy was pastoring 5 churches at one time.
So you was there all day.
All day, from sunup to sundown. Literally having lunch at a member house. Dinner at a member's house. Like, it was church. It was church all day Sunday. Church on Tuesday, church on Wednesday, church on Thursday. Like, it was church. If it was a revival, church Monday to Friday.
So do you feel in some way that upbringing kind of shaped you into the person you are today?
Yeah, I would say a lot of people label PKs as the worst ones. They say we're the worst
Just
ones.
bad.
Yeah, they say we're bad, but we're not really bad.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, definitely misunderstood, and because as a PK, like you say, we always in church, so you don't really get to do what everybody else is doing. They in the world, they at games, they at dances, they doing this, they doing that. So as a PK, sometimes you want to tamper in the world. So I guess they call us the worst ones because when we branch out from church.
And then you have all these eyes on you. So and you have a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
They just waiting for you to make a mistake so they can say you're the
same. Point the
same.
finger at your dad. Oh, that's Pastor Jackson kid. Oh, I'm Pastor Jackson kid, true. But I'm my own person too.
Gotcha.
Make my own mistakes and be my own, So my daddy, being a pastor, to play a role in my hiccups, my mistakes, or my bad choices.
Right.
Because he instilled, both my parents, they instilled in me God, good things. I chose to devil and dabble in the world because I wanted to see what it was like.
So you do have a ministry, you do dance.
Love it.
How has that played a part into keeping you, I would say, because me growing up, I played music, so it kind of kept me interested in church, even because I knew it was something I was going to do that I loved.
Yeah.
So how did that play a part into you as far as you being, how should I say, interested in church because of the ministry? How did that play a part for you?
The ministry, it comes so easy to me because it is indeed a gift. Like, God gave me the gift of dance, and I mean, I could dance anything. Literally anything. Swing outside, you name it, I could do it. But none of that moves me like my praise in this ministry. It's like this on a whole nother level of that. That's literally where I can get real personal. Me and God, like, even when I go forth in ministry, I don't see people. it's always my goal and my prayer that I minister to God's people.
She blank them out.
But I don't see people in their room, in their moment, wherever I am. It's just me and God, because it's all about Him. Because the thing for me with my ministry now, when I was doing it as a kid, it was more so because I had to.
Forced.
It was forced on me.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, and it's like now, it's not forced. It's literally by my choosing. It's by my right. It's by God's ordained purpose for my life. Because, and I'm not in no shape, form, or fashion am I bragging, but when I do ministry versus when other people do this dance ministry, we not one and the same. I literally take all of me is gone. So what you see in me, but it's not me. It's literally all God. And He get all the glory for it. And I have to do it. Even if I didn't want to, I still have to, because I know what He's done for me. So it's like now when I'm doing ministry, I know the God that I serve. I know the God that brought me through all these tests and trials. So when I do it, it's always to God's glory. Never mind. Even people like, oh girl, you're so good. You're so awesome. Thank you. But all glory to God. Because it's not me. You see me, but it don't be me. I promise you. I went to a conference last weekend, and I'm telling you, I felt the shift so amazing. Like, whew, blew my mind. And it was like, God said, all right. Like some kind of way in the music, the trumpet started sounding. And I was like, where'd that come from? It wasn't even in the song. But God had to cut it off. And I didn't understand why He cut it off until I went into prayer, and I was like, God, like, why you let me finish? He said it was finished. That's why the trumpet sound, because it was finished. Had you went any further, He said, y'all would have never moved on to nothing else in this series. So He had to. Because I always...
You give all you got.
Always.
Wow. So do you define strength today versus... How do you define it? Versus the younger you? Your strength today, is it... Do you feel like you're stronger? You feel like you're the same? Or did it diminish? Like, your strength today is what for Marquise?
My strength today is definitely what it is. It's strength. And it's definitely stronger now, broader now than it was when I was younger. Because younger, a lot of stuff that I went through, I would take the hits and like literally let them hurt and linger on for me. Versus
Get back
the adult me now definitely have strength, because it's a lot of stuff that I've endured, that I even go through right now, and I don't wear it on my sleeves like I used to. Like as a kid, it was like if I was, you knew, and like I didn't really have, if I'm being honest, I would say I probably really didn't have strength. Because when you go through certain stuff and you know, being mistreated or whatever, you get rebellious. You start acting out. You lashing out. You know, you do.
Just
now. Oh, okay.
So you feel like the things you've went through just shaped you be.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna deal with it. Whatever's coming my way, I'm dealing with it.
I'm dealing with it. And then like now, a lot of stuff I probably would let it build and build and build and build and build. And then it just explode all at once. Now, I'd rather take it head on. Like, when it happened, boom, let's address it right now. We're not going to let it roll over and over and over till it get to the point where it's an atomic bomb and it just go off. Because when the atomic bomb go off, whew, it's a force. So I'm more laid back now with a lot of stuff. And it's like I've learned to pray more. I've learned to, at this age, in this time right now, to literally think before I react. I think before I even speak. Because I've learned it's so powerful.
So back then you was just gonna let somebody
whatever, like in the mouth. You come at me crazy, whatever come off my tongue, but well. One of my biggest things I always tell people, I could be your best friend or your worst enemy. It's all according to how you handle me and how I handle you.
So this person is more laid back. Yeah. You know, you're not
I'm not.
You an age you ain't even trying to do it.
At all. I literally told, like, it's so funny, and I know I've grown. I know I've grown. 4 kids, I know I've grown. My baby boy was dealing with a bully. There was bullies at school. And he's 7. And he was like, I don't want to tell you about it. Because I remember it was the time you used to always say you would fight a kid.
He ain't want you to go to school and fight his classmate.
He was like, but you say you would fight a kid. I was like, there was a time, like,
I might would have.
I really would. I said, but now your mama not gonna fight a kid. You know, just tell me what's going on. So it's like I handle things a lot different because there was a time where I really was like that. Like, you do your kid do something to my kid, I'm gonna hack your kid up. You know, bring your mama or bring your daddy. Anybody could get it. That's how that's how I was. Like, I went to a homecoming in North Central in a old school. I can't even say friend, we weren't friends, but a guy remembered me from high school. And I kind of had a little exchange of words, probably about 2 years ago, with an old classmate. And the guy said something to me that stung. He said, wow, same old Markeisha from high school, huh? Still haven't grew out of it. Still want to just fight, and punch off on people. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what, you don't even know what happened? Why we even arguing? Like, I didn't even start it.
They just assumed that was
just
you.
assumed because how I was in school, like, you popped it off with me, I wasn't arguing. I'm just swinging. And he said that, and I was like, wow, they kind of stuck with me. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be seen.
I don't want that to be my reputation or my legacy.
Like, don't. And it was so funny, like, he don't even know what happened.
So do you feel like that was one of the things you was just like, okay, I really need to fix this? And the thing about it is, unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Mm-hmm. If you do something when you're younger, you always are going to be viewed in that manner. Right. You could change. You could be sweet as gold. And guess what? I'm not messing with her because in 12th grade, right before graduation, she fought 3 boys in the bathroom. Like, that's always going to be the thing. But I always say this. You know, see me how I am now, and not what I used to. Yeah. You know, people always want to bring up your past. Yeah. And, you know, you was this and that. Let my skeletons be my skeletons. You see me working on me. This is the person you see now. That's who I want you to see. Right. You know.
Let the old me. Yeah.
Listen, we'll be right back. I got a quick commercial break, and I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, gracefully, though you hold the key, but baby, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be.
Welcome back. I miss you. I hope you miss me. I know you did. Listen, we're still here with Miss Markeisha, Danielle Jackson. Y'all show us some love. Y'all so kind. Surviving the storm. One of the hardest periods in your life, I'm sure. Dealing with domestic violence. Something a lot of people do not like to talk about. Tell me, how did that start?
Funny thing is, I don't know when it started. It's like, I don't know, it's like he started good. And then at some point just, I can't recall when the first lick ever came. But it's like, once he got comfortable, I guess once he threw the first lick and he was like, hey, I guess he figured she ain't going nowhere. It kept escalating into from one lick to, but I was always a fighter, so it wasn't easy. Like, you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. So I don't know if it was like, I don't know. If maybe I gave him a challenge or something, because I always fought back. Like, he knew he was in a fight. So to say that I actually know when it actually started, I don't know. But yeah, it started from a single lick.
So in that time, right? I mean, you hear a lot of women say, you know, well, he hit me, but he didn't mean it. Or he hit me because I made him mad. or he hit me because I did something wrong. What was your mindset the very first time, or when you realized, okay, he just hit me? What was your mindset then?
Then crazy. I ain't lying. I was like, this nigga crazy. But it was like, it was a shock because you know how you can see certain stuff on TV and just think like it'll never be me, or you can see stuff or hear stuff and you be like, oh, if it was me, I would do
something differently.
That's one of the worst phrases anybody can say. Oh, it couldn't be me.
Never know what you'll do.
You never know. You never know. And being in those type of situations, they do get traumatizing. And then I can't speak for nobody else, but I know for me, I had my reasons for staying. Might sound crazy in a way, but I had my reasons for staying and toughing it out, you know, and enduring the fights. Because it's like when we had good days, we had good days.
But the bad
But
days,
we had bad
really
days,
bad.
we had bad days. And then at some point they just
You couldn't bear it.
went from bad days to literally like
I'm fighting for my
days.
life.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I know you said you had good days, then you had bad days. Within that period of time, was it ever a point to where you was like, okay, well, wait a minute, like we're doing this too much. I let the first one go. I fought you back, and now it's something else. Or was it after every fight? Was it a I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You know, let's get past it. Let's get through it. Was it that type of situation?
It was always an I'm sorry, not gonna do it anymore, and gifts. And I love jewelry. So I always get jewelry. Rings, necklaces, earrings, I always get jewelry. So it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna fight him, then boom, I'm gonna have another ring on my finger. I'm gonna fight him, I'm gonna have a new pair of earrings. I'm gonna fight him, I'm gonna get a new pair of shoes. So it's kind of like, yeah, I fight him, I get gifts for fighting.
Okay, what point did you say, okay, I might be in danger?
When I really came to the know that I would be in danger would be when he literally held me hostage. And that's a part of my story that I don't speak on much.
Breaking news, unspoken truth.
Yeah. He actually held me hostage for about a week. I had one kid, him, my oldest son. He picked me up one day from a friend's house, like, because I had left him alone. I was like, you know, listen, let's just take a break, you know. I was tired. So I was like, I left him alone. He wanted to ride and talk, so I thought. So I left with him, we went riding. The ride led to him holding me captive for about a week. I didn't know where I was because on the ride I was blindfolded. I was held at gunpoint. When I had to go to the restroom at gunpoint. I can remember when he tied my hands to my feet.
Hog tie.
Yeah. In the back of a truck, 18-wheeler. Tied my hands to my feet. I had some braids. He literally cut the braids out. I cut my hair. And my hair was long. He cut it.
So at that point, it was like,
It was like, what? Yeah. So it's like if I wasn't talking to God before, I was talking to him because I didn't know what to expect. So it's like, I'm tied up. You cut my hair out. What's next?
So you didn't take this as threats. You knew he was serious.
Yeah. In that moment, it's like the fights when I'm fighting back or whatever, it was kind of like, you know, that's real, whatever. But this is when I was like, yeah, this for real. He's serious. Gunpoint, tied up, like literally tied up, raped for days. And it was like, so he was such a narcissist, Jesus. But it was like everything that he did when it came to those levels of abuse, it's like he had it all mapped out to a T. where he would never get in trouble for it. Now, mind you, he held me hostage for a week. I was raped vaginally and anally. Yeah. Tied up and raped for days. When he finally decided to bring me home, I was just crying. I'm like, my baby. Let me get home to my baby. Like, this, I don't want my life to end like this. Like, my family gonna find me, what, naked in a ditch? Like, what? It's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. But you'll think twice about leaving me. Like, what?
So he was, psychologically, he was just literally trying to damage you to the fact where if I'm afraid, then I'll literally do whatever.
Yeah. And I was just like, wow. So me trying to put my best foot forward because I just want to get home at this point. Alive. I want to get home to my kid. I want to get home to my family. We decided to bring me home with me. He had it playing perfectly. We stopped at certain places so people could see us together. Mind you, he had put like passion marks. Big ones. All on my face. That's so like the whole point in that was if I went to the police, they can say, oh, they were together, they sat down, they ate. And
so it's your word versus his.
And that's pretty much what it was. Because I did go to the police. Because that was the it for me.
And that's one thing, especially in society, is so bad. And that's why a lot of women, they choose not to say anything because if I do say something, now I just have to. It's already an embarrassing thing. It's already
right.
You feel ashamed even though you are the victim. I'm ashamed. Now I have to tell, tell what happened, and now I have to hope you believe me.
And that's the slap in the face for me. When you go to those extents of sitting in a police station, writing a statement, telling them what happened, going to the hospital, doing a rape kit, and they're finding the semen. Everything. Everything I told them, scissors that he used to cut my hair off. My hair was still in the truck. Like, everything was still there. Blood and everything. All in the truck. They had everything to prove that my story was real. I'll never forget getting a phone call from a detective telling me to recant my story or they were going to file charges on me for falsified information. And I'm like, how? When I'm telling you the truth of what happened. They wanted to arrest me for telling on him. And I'm like, it didn't make no sense. Right? So, in that, like, all of that's going on, so in my mind, St. Andrew Parish can't protect me. Family can't protect me. I can't, like, what? This man was leaving threats. I'm gonna drive my big truck through your bedroom window. Like, what? Getting threats and everything. So I was like, okay, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, be with him, because I want to live. I want to raise my kid. Like, I don't want my life to end like this. And I'm telling the police what's going on, but I'm the liar. I'm looking at charges because I was held hostage and abused. Crazy, right?
So what was it some red flags or from the beginning? Like, because a lot of people say, like, I've heard a lot of, women say, well, this happened, but I ignored it. This happened and I ignored it. I seen this, but I didn't think it was anything. Was it something in the very beginning that now you can look back and be like, the signs were there, I just didn't notice it?
No.
Or he was just good at pretending?
He was very good at pretending. Well dressed, well put together. I mean, had it together. Like, he was that guy, for real. Would finesse you, would talk, have great conversation, wine and dine. Like, never showed signs of, I can get like this. Or, never.
So even after this, the kidnapping and the rapes, you end up going back. How was that mentally? Was it you were literally walking around just hoping today he's not gonna do it, or did you get comfortable? Because some rape victims have this mindset. You know what? If I just block it out, I can endure it. It won't be so painful. It's almost a defense mechanism. Was it you were just walking around like saying, you know what? If he do it, I just gotta suck it up because I want to stay alive so I can protect my babies. Was that the mindset?
Pretty much. It was like, in my mind, it was like a survival thing. And like I told you, it's like, in my mind, nobody could protect me. So I was safer
Just dealing with it this way.
Whatever was coming.
Then
I was safer dealing with whether, like, okay, trying to stay away from him. And then it was like, if I stay away and he really come to my house, you ain't just coming for me.
You're coming for everybody.
Come for everybody. My mama, my other siblings.
So in this case, you're just gonna hurt me. You're not gonna hurt everybody.
Right. So it's like I'd rather take all the hits for everybody.
So even after this, because kidnapping and raping is not just a small offense.
Right.
That's a big offense. You decide, okay, I'm gonna just deal with it. Was it more to follow? Or was it to the point it was like, okay, he's saying I proved my point. Now I'll just go back to the basic domestic violence.
Pretty much. He went back to the basics where we were just fighting and we knew I wasn't just taking no whipping. So we fought. So it wasn't no more of the rape and tying me up. It wasn't. It was just fist fights. And his favorite thing was he would never hit me in the face. He wouldn't bruise my face no more. Like, I'm going to hit you in the top of the head because you can't prove it. Now, I could give him face shots, but he going to give me none. He'll give me body shots, but mostly he give head shots. Because it's like, you can't prove it. They can't see bruises in it because you got your hair that's covered. That was his mentality. That was in his mind. I ain't going to hit you in your face and nothing. I ain't going to hit you nowhere. It's going to show. So after that, that's what it led to. Like, no more face shots, no more bruises on the body that you could see. He chose ways where I couldn't prove that he was abusing me.
Okay, so because domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental as well. What were some of the things like mentally he was doing? Like, you have a lot of women that say, they would take my keys so I couldn't go places, or they were making me do this so I couldn't, What were some of the things mentally? Because, by all means, somebody's beating on you physically, mentally it affects you. But what's some of the things that wasn't physical, but mentally it still puts you in discomfort?
Truthfully, holding my kid from me. Yeah. He would hold my kid from me. Like, either take him and like, oh, we going here, we'll be back.
And wouldn't answer the phone. Now you have to sit and wonder if my child is safe.
Yeah. Or do stupid stuff like, I'm in one room, he'll lock himself in another room with him. Now, I can't say that he was abusing him or nothing like that because I would never hear him, crying or nothing like that, but
it's just mentally, I don't know what's going on because I can't see
it. That's my kid, what? Because I know what I'm dealing with.
You know what you're doing to me.
So it's like, what you doing to him? Like, I don't know. So yeah, he would literally hold my kid from me.
When was it enough? When was the last time you said, I just can't be in this relationship anymore? Because from what you're saying, it seemed like it lasted.
Oh, yeah, it was years.
Oh, wow.
About 5 years. 5 years. 5 years and a baby.
That's a long time.
5 years and a baby. And when I got pregnant for him, oh God, that was like one of the things I did want. And mind you, she's like my rock for real. I call her my double portion. Like, yeah, that's my baby. But I didn't want to give him a key. It's like when I found out I was pregnant, I cried in the bathroom for hours. Like, oh, now I'm really stuck. Because I got pregnant. Like, what? But then, I never forget, it was January. Month of January when I was like, you know what? This is like it for me. Like, I ain't want it no more. Like, and mind you, he was married. A married man. And I'm like, you know, it's wrong on both our parts. I didn't had enough, you shouldn't have had enough. Like, let's just call it quits. I ain't gonna withhold your kid from you can see her, whatever, you know. Let's call it quits. He was like, okay, cool. Like, great. I ain't see him.
He left you alone.
He left me alone. And I remember one day he came, he's like, he wanted to talk, he had found out he was sick and all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, that's your life problem. What you want me to do? I'm done. Like, I don't, like, and I was honest, I told him at this point, I don't care what you do, how you do it, to me. As long as you ain't put on my kids, my family, like, I don't care what you do to me, like, I just don't want it no more. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm tired. I was mentally, physically, and emotionally tired.
So after the depart, what were some of the things that you felt like you just had to do to get your mental back on path? You know, a lot of people say, you know, I started going to church more. I started reading my Bible. I started exercising. There's so many different gateways because it's coping mechanisms until you cope and get out of your trauma. So what were some of the things that you did to kind of like, okay, you know what? I got to get back on my feet. What were some of the things you did?
I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of crying. I probably prayed more so because I'll never forget whenever the last time, you know, when things just really became life or death for me, and God asked me to forgive. Hey, God, you crazy? You crazy? And I'm serious. Like, I'm laying in the hospital bed, and I hear God clear as day.
So he put you in the hospital?
Yeah. He stabbed me 6 times in the neck and once in the chest. Yep. Stabbed 6 times in the neck, once in the chest. Split these four fingers were split open. And he set my apartment building on fire. With me and my 2 kids in it. Yep. He had 3 attempted murder charges and a charge for aggravated arson. And 12 jurors found him not guilty. They wouldn't even find him guilty for simple battery. Let him walk free.
God. He knew the judge?
He knew somebody. Because, I mean, like, we had to go through a whole trial process and everything. It was like some stuff you see on TV for real. Like, I had to listen to forensic people. And I'm like, wow, this is like some TV. Like, I like CSI and Criminal Minds.
Just come look at my apartment. Like, it ain't there no more. I didn't do it.
Like, really,
look at my face. Look at my hand.
It wasn't even that. It was like the testimony of my kid. Because I want to say he was like 7 at the time. 7 or 8. And he had to get on the stand and testify about what he saw. Not what he heard. What he saw. Jurors, they even asked, Your Honor, we have a question. What y'all got? Is it okay if we touch her wounds? I let 12 jurors, and like you can't really see them now, but then they were fresh. They were very visible. They each touch.
They want to see if it was real?
I wanted to touch. I had to let 12 jurors touch my body, touch my scars. And the judge still had to read the verdict of not guilty. I cried like a baby.
Mentally, how did that?
Cool. That put me in a like dark place for real. Like, I remember calling my daddy. And I was like, Daddy, they let him go. And I'm crying. And my daddy like, Danny, vengeance is not ours. I'm like, I don't want to hit it. Like, look.
Let's ride before dawn.
Let's me and you go pull up on, like, I said, I don't want to hit it. I want my revenge. I was like, because I know what he did. And I was like, he ain't just do to me. This time, you left my kids in a burning apartment building. Thank God they were unharmed. But I was like, no, don't give me. I told my daddy straight up, don't give me the Bible right now. I don't want to hear that Bible stuff right now. No, I'm angry. I'm furious. Like, I want to fight. I want blood.
I did it the right way.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
This is the second time that I done went to St. Andy Parish.
What more do you want from me?
What else? Like, this time, literally, he almost succeeded at killing me. Yeah, I still let him walk. So now what y'all want me to do? Walk around every day.
Fear my life.
Looking over my shoulder. Being taunted. And it was so crazy because while we were waiting for the trial process to happen, this man was in jail. Well, first he was on house arrest to keep him away from me. Still finding ways to call my phone. I must have changed my number, I don't know how many times. Every number I changed, he got it. Leaving me love songs on the voicemail. Leaving them messages on the voicemail. And they like, oh, we can't do nothing about that because we can't prove it's him. I said, okay.
Ping his phone.
I called my sister. I said, girl, we gonna have to set this nigga up. Because I'm tired. Like, these people keep saying like I'm lying on this man. Me and her was getting ready to go to church one night. And that phone call rung. Should I say, girl, put your phone on record. I'll put mine on speaker. And I talked to him just as calm. Just to catch his voice and make him say enough to prove that it was him. That's how they ended up picking him up. They put him in jail, right? Even from the jail. Calling my phone. Sending me messages through Facebook. I'm like, what? And y'all let him go. So
and
he can do all that on house arrest and in
what
jail.
You think he can do as a free man?
What y'all think he gonna do as a free man? So now I gotta live looking over my shoulder. Can't sleep at night because I'm sitting up. Just anticipating
the next move.
Either him kicking my door in, coming through a window like I wouldn't sleep. Up all night. Just watching, waiting. I'm 41 and I just started sleeping with the light off about a year ago.
When did you feel safe again? You know I have to ask that.
Truthfully?
Truthfully, that's what this place is for.
The day he died. The day I got the phone call that he had died. Now, no lie, I cried. But I cried because my daughter took a loss. You had already took one because, but I was still kind of letting her get to know him and his family through a middleman.
Right.
Where I,
had nothing to do with it.
So it's like she took a loss. So it still is kind of stung. And it was so funny because I remember one of my friends had asked me, how would you feel if you found out that he had died? I was like, I was honest. Like, I said, I don't know. I don't know if I would rejoice. Like, I don't know. But when I cried. But then it was like,
I'm free.
Whew. God forgive me if I'm wrong.
But I'm free.
But Lord, thank you. Like, it was like
I don't wish death on you.
I don't.
But I got peace now.
And it's like, I got that peace. And not only did I get the peace, my hands stayed clean. My heart stayed clean. Because, granted, before he died, I actually found it in my heart to forgive him. And like I told you earlier, the tongue powerful. So be careful what you ask God for because you might get it. I used to always tell God, like, I got these dark spaces where I don't know exactly what happened. Like, how did I get stabbed? And I don't remember,
He protected you from it.
It's like, I don't recall the stabbing. Like, I remember these fingers getting cut. I remember that. I remember being choked out till I passed out. Like, I could, like, blurs. But the stabbing, I don't know. I even woke up with a black eye. It was closed shut. Like, how my eye got wet? Like, no, I love the face. Give me a black eye. Like, and I was like, I just need to know how. And Lord would have it. Set it up when we had to sit down. And he told me everything. The whole story.
And you was able to forgive him.
Yeah. After I called him my hardest. Yeah, not that day. He was everything under the sun that day.
So what was one of the things you feel like just gave you the courage? Because, listen, most domestic violence cases, the reason they don't end well is because most people find any excuse or any way to convince themselves that I can stay or I can make it one more day. It's almost like a drunk driver. You know, they drink and then they get on the road and they be like, well, I only live 5 miles up the road. I can make it. And then you're wrapped around a tree. What was one of the things that just got you to the point where, like, you know what? I'm going to deal with this a little while longer and then I'm getting out. Like, do you think it was mainly just your kids? Or, because a lot of, to be honest with you, a lot of domestic victims, they don't seem like they think about themselves.
There's other people.
It's always other people that, like, you know, I'm going to take this whooping, but as long as this person is okay. Or I know I'm going to get beat up tonight, but if I can just lay my head on the pillow tonight and wake up in the morning, I'm going to be fine. Like, what was one of the things that you was like, okay, you know what? I got to take care of me now and get past this. What was one of the things that got you to that point?
Pretty much outside of my kids and me not wanting, one, I didn't want my son to grow up thinking it was okay to abuse me. And I didn't want my daughter to grow up thinking that it was okay to take abuse.
That's powerful.
So when I started to sit in that, it was like, I don't want what I went through to become their story. In neither party. My son to be the abuser and my daughter
To be the victim.
So I started to just really self-reflect. And I was like, you know what? I have to do something different. I have to be, like they'll tell you, if you want to make a change, you got to be a change. Some things have to change. So my whole mind frame when it came to him had to change. And it was like, I just really, like I said, put it into my mind. If I have to fight my way out of this one to be free from him, it is what it is. So I was willing to take that last little boom, 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 and we be done. But he didn't give me that. He literally gave me okay, I'm good, you good, you don't want it, I'm going to stay away. Until that morning, he just decided, he wasn't okay with me walking away or me moving on to somebody else. He just wasn't. But mentally, I had to check back into reality because I had been pretty much checked out. Because it's like everything about me was centered around him. And it was almost like I can put it into my mind that I'd rather deal with this than go home and deal with them or him come
And deal with all of us.
So I was like, but then it was just when I just had it. It's like you do get to that breaking point where it's like enough is enough, and sometimes enough is too much.
Right.
I have been endured too much.
So fast forward, you end up breaking away from this trauma, and you end up getting married.
Yes.
Do you think that period in your life prepared you for your next? Because you have a lot of people, once they go through that type of trauma, I ain't getting married. I don't even want to be in the same room with a man. Who's ever the aggressor, they just, that's like PTSD. Like they're scared that, okay, you know what? If I trusted this guy or I trusted this person and they didn't show me no signs, and then they end up doing these actions to me, what's to say that the next person won't do it? So what was the trust process into saying, you know what, I'm going to give this guy a shot, and fingers crossed he don't double take? You know, what was the thought process? Because like you're actually having to learn how to trust again. So what went into the fact that, okay, you know what, I'm ready to start dating again with the intentions that one day I could get married? What was that like?
It wasn't a walk in the park. I say that I stayed guarded for a long time. And if I'm being honest, he can even tell you, he literally married a broken woman. Like when we got married, I was still broken. I had a wall up so thick. If he even blinked wrong, I'm in defense mode. Like I was so guarded. Even still to now, it's not as bad. Like I don't like to argue.
Cause you think
I do not like to argue because it's like for me, if we're arguing,
it's another step.
It's gonna go to the And I tell him all the time, if I gotta argue with you and I gotta fight with you, we got no business being together. Let's just call it quits. Cause I'm not doing that no more. For you, no, I'm not going through that no more. So I don't argue. We can agree to disagree.
But that's it.
But if our bosses gotta.
So because when most people go through that, so for you said if we have to argue, it's almost like most likely you're gonna make somebody suffer for the pain that you went through, and it makes sense. Man, I'm not saying you're gonna do this to me. I'm not gonna say you're gonna hit me or not. But normally when I'm in a situation like this, the next thing I know, I'm fighting. Mm-hmm. So it could be possible that the person that's coming behind that trauma, they have your best interests at heart. They may not ever do the things that you went through, but you have red flags. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, you act different. I'll say this. Do you think it's ever going to be a point in your life to where you can say, I know this is not going to happen to me? Or you'll never say what won't happen?
I'll never say what won't. And it's not to say I don't trust him. Because I trust him, but I trust him to a certain extent. Because I don't know. I know what you show me. But I don't know what you hide.
Yeah, what you're capable of.
Because there's a lot of people that do put on masks. But me, and again, I don't put on a mask.
What you see
is what you get. I'm very open and honest. I'm very truthful about who I am and how I am. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I have a friend, I talk to her almost every day. And one of my biggest things I tell her, I'm an open book. And my thing is, if God can see it, what ain't to hide it from y'all for? So I am who I am. So I'm not putting on a mask. I'm not pretending at nothing. I'm straightforward. I'm telling you how I am. I'm telling you who I am. I'm telling you what I'm willing to take. I'm telling you what I'm going to give and what I expect to receive. Like I'm that open.
So in other words, you're telling me your patience is like that. Rightfully so, with the trauma that you've been through. Yeah. It's like I can't let myself fall back into that. Mm-hmm. And it was such a dark time in your life until where you like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. If that means you ain't gonna be around me, I'm not going back.
And that's the truth, and that's my mentality right now. And you put your hands on me, you get physical with me, we get physical with each other.
That's it after that.
That's a wrap.
You gotta go. I can't chance it.
And when I say gotta go, it's not gotta go when you go to another house. Yeah. By the bag. And that's me being honest. You abuse me, you put your hands on me, you violate me.
I can't change it no more.
It will not be me laying up in nobody's hospital this time.
So do you feel like that period of time, do you feel like it changed you permanently, or you feel like you still have room to grow? Because I mean, let's be honest. Trauma comes in different shapes, form, and fashion. But by this trauma being so physical, I mean, you see, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. But mentally, we can make ourselves believe whatever we want to believe. If I just keep saying it long enough, I'll believe it, even if it's true or not. But physically, that's something that you can't change. If it hurt, it hurt. If somebody say, oh, you want to see if it's real, pinch me. Like, so do you feel like just with that part of your life, it's never going to change? This is who you are, and the reason you're like this because you have to be.
I feel like, to be honest, if I'm being honest, it's pretty permanent. And I'll say that I feel it's permanent because I have tried to readjust and try another way.
It's uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable. And I always shift back to, and it's like I feel secure in this. And I feel like I'm just on eggshells if I try to be any other way. And I know he not here. And I know in the front of my mind, I know I don't have to deal with abuse from him like this. But he not perfect either. Neither am I. But you might you might get one of them days where you just had a bad day and you're not thinking, oh, she done been through this, so let me just, before I go in here, you might just come in and fly off the handle. Ooh, hold up.
So it's almost like I'm not setting myself up for failure.
So I'd rather stay guarded that way in the event that it does happen.
So, was that a conversation that you initially had with, your husband? Like, okay, you know what? This is things that I absolutely can't see. If I see one of these things, I'm a flight risk.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. We were at a Chili's. Remember like this? We were at a Chili's. And I sat him down. I broke it down. There's certain parts of me you just won't get to see me like that.
Because it's damaged already.
It's just a lot. And I was honest with myself. I really feel like a lot of the love that I had to give just died. So it's almost like I love you enough
to love you this way.
Yeah. But I'm not about to overplay nothing. I'm not about to, because to me it's almost like that saying when they say you give an inch, they take a mile. I ain't give you an inch, so you ain't got a mile to take.
Take this right
here. We right here. And it's okay. And it's almost 9 years we've been married. So he understands.
He just knows what to look for.
Yeah. And it's like, even if I'm having one of those moments where, it's like, I guess he done learned me so much to know.
He know the way you move.
If I'm having
just let her be. I'm going to work on this call. Let's give you
I'm going to ride my bike. Yeah. I'll be back. And if he tell me I'm going here, and I don't respond, ain't no extra nothing. He might send a text. You good? If I answer,
then you good. If you don't answer, take another spin.
But if it's like, because sometimes it be like that, and it's like he don't even have to do nothing to trigger me. It's like, it's almost like it's so funny that certain stuff you can see on TV.
The environment.
It's just
and it brings you back.
And I just be like, God. And I just and get myself, But what I don't do, I never, in a sense, take my past frustrations out on him. Not intentionally, anyway.
And I mean, he knows you by now, so he knows, like, okay, she's feeling this way, just let me give her some space. And then once you calm down, you shake back, then it's all good. So, if you could sit and talk to someone that's being domestically abused right now, what would be something you would tell them?
to open their mouth and say something. Don't stay quiet. Don't keep silent. Don't be scared to use your voice and tell somebody what it is that you're going through, because that's something that I did. I didn't tell my family, oh, is this, until it got to that point where,
No return.
But other than that, they didn't know. They didn't know. So it's like a lot of what you hear right now, they probably didn't about this for the first time.
Unspoken truths, and I love it.
So I would definitely tell them, don't keep quiet.
So every segment we have, rapid fire. So what I want to do is, I want to ask you a few questions, and I want you to tell me the first thing come to your head.
Okay.
One word that describes your journey.
Purposeful.
One scripture that carried you through the difficult seasons.
Though he slayed me, yet will I trust in him.
Yeah. One lesson pain taught you.
The lesson that pain taught me. That I am not only strong because I choose to be, but I'm also strong because I have to be.
One thing you're grateful for today.
Life.
One thing you would tell your younger self.
Whew. What I would tell my younger self. That we will make it. We will endure and we will overcome.
Wow. Y'all heard it, and it was beautiful. So everybody know this segment. It's my fun segment. So what I did was, I went out and got you a gift.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
And I want to tell you, I appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So now, what I need you to do is look in that camera and speak your truth.
My unspoken truth, I will definitely speak to my younger self, and I will say to her that it's gonna hurt, but we will heal. I will say that everything that we went through, everything that we go through is all for purpose. It's all a part of God's plan. And we have to learn to uncover the wounds so that they can begin to heal. We have to stop brushing everything under the rug and hiding our skeletons in the closet, because things covered up don't heal. And until we start to uncover those old scars, those old wounds, they're going to be like an open wound with somebody pouring salt in it. It's going to continue to burn, it's going to continue to hurt until we unmask it and we allow ourselves to heal. We're far from perfect. Far from perfect, but everything about us is purpose, on purpose, and God's purpose. I love you, I love me, I love us. I am her and she